I'm here with John Kao, the chairman of the Institute for Large-Scale Innovation. And John, welcome to Ottawa. Could you just explain your concept of large-scale innovation?
Well, thank you, David. It's great to be here, and it's a great opportunity to answer some of these questions and have a dialogue with you. I coined the term large-scale innovation because I was very aware of the fact that most of the academic work and also the discussion about innovation focuses on companies. Company X is innovative, company Y is not. But when you look at societies also have the ability to support innovation. That you could argue that some societies are more innovation friendly than others. But the way of looking at a society is a somewhat different set of lenses from looking at a company. And so large scale to me refers to innovation at a societal level, whether we're looking at a country or a region, or even at the level of global civil society, where you could argue we have to be looking at innovation as one of these planetary systems for the benefit of all.
Now, given that, let's talk about Canada just for a second. Canada has many advantages as a society that lend themselves to innovation. There's a lot of interest in our country. We don't feel that we're firing on all cylinders in terms of achieving our potential as an innovative nation ourselves. What initial observations do you have about Canada?
Well, first of all, I would say that question about innovativeness or that doubt is one of the assets that Canada has, because there are a lot of countries out there that think everything is fine when it's not, or don't even have a way of engaging with that agenda. Whereas for Canada to put the question before itself and say, how can we do better, is, I think, a sure path to actually doing better. I also, having lived next door to Canada all my life, am very aware of the fact that there is abundant talent, there's abundant resources, there's abundant financial muscle, there's a government that I think, by and large, gets it and is willing to engage. So it's a little bit of a design challenge to figure out how to take this notion of an Innovation Canada to the next level.
Okay. If I could just ask then, in Canada, we're all really aware that we're quite a decentralized federation. And we're quite proud of that. Our provinces, our regions, our cities, all have good stuff happening in them, lots of innovation. Is decentralization a positive or a negative when it comes to developing an innovative nation?
Well, I think if we were talking about the 19th century, it might be a disadvantage, because you would have real difficulty linking, connecting the dots, so to speak, if you wanted to do something larger with fragmented resources. I mean, obviously the theories of creativity would say that creativity springs from diversity, and if you've got different kinds of people thinking about different kinds of things, doing different kinds of regional business activities that might depend on different regional natural resources or circumstances, that can't help but be a positive. But if there's no way of connecting them so that you get the opportunity to integrate across that diversity, then you don't have scale and you don't have the ability to achieve critical mass in certain areas. Now, we are in the 21st century. The 21st century is all about the digital domain. It's all about the ability of digital technology to have people work at home, whether it's a home is 1,000 miles away from headquarters or 1,000 feet away. It's a way for people to come together around shared interests. It's a way to put together teams. It's a way to communicate shared intent. And so I think actually there are plenty of examples these days of countries that have decentralized components to themselves, where the ability to create a broadband platform for society overcomes a lot of the disadvantages of being decentralized.
Okay, well, these are words of encouragement. Thank you for stimulating our thinking in Canada, and thank you for starting a conversation we hope to continue with you.
Great. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, John.